Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Musri bin Muhammad. I am the moderator of this forum. With me, there are four panels to discuss on our topic today. Introducing you to our panel, which is first panel is Aizat Wafri, our second panel is Sharvini, our third panel is Peng Kehngwan, and our last panel is Arnold Taming. In this forum, we will discuss on a film titled Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Without wasting any time, let's start with our first panel. Aizat, what do you think about this film? Can you give your overall impression of this film?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. For me, when watching the 2017 movie Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, it left a very good impression on me. Jack Chastain, who was the director of the movie, made sure that the movie was fun and engaging to watch, showing full well that he deserved the Emmy Award during the 2012. For starters, the movie had a fabulous plot. It had little to no plot holes as well as featuring good pacing throughout the movie. With the addition of comedy, the story was engaging and fun to watch, ensuring that the audience will not get bored watching the movie halfway through. Other than the plot, the director also used key actors that will attract a lot of audience as well as having good acting skills themselves. The idea of using Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart in the same movie was purely a brilliant idea considering that they both have good chemistry together as well as having good sense of humor and good acting skills. The other two main characters, Jack Black, who was also a director, and Karen Gillan, are well known in the acting industry and also have a fairly large fan base themselves. Not to mention that Nick Jonas was also in the movie. Nick Jonas is a famous singer, ensuring that there will be a wide variety of viewers watching the movie. Personally, what made me think that the movie had a very good impression was that the high school cast used suitable actors and inserted conflict that was relatable to us amongst them. The plot further complements this as they have to struggle to overcome these conflicts to become better friends. This ensured that the viewers will feel attached to the characters, and when the viewers are attached to the characters, they will feel more obliged to watch the movie. In a nutshell, the movie was great because it had a very great directors. It had a very great director as well as featuring good actors and have a very good plot. Thank you. That is all from me.
Thank you, Aizat, for the overall view of the film. Here, we know that the film was directed by Jack Jasdan. There are also many famous actors that involved in this film, such as Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan, and others that attract people to watch this film. Next, Sharvini, can you briefly summarize the plot of this film so that the audience can see a little bit about the storyline of this film?
Alright, thank you for the question, Musri. Speaking of the plot, I would like to summarize about it briefly. The plot portrayed in this film are in a clear chronology where the audience could go along with the film with a good flow and understanding. The movie starts with an introduction to the four main characters in different scenes that makes them connect with each other. Somehow, the four of them came together in a scene where they are sent to clean the school's basement for detention. Then they found a game console and they were curious about the game. After starting the game, they had to choose avatars respectively, and after that, they were sucked into the television, which is to say that they were sucked into the game and changed into the avatars they have chosen. They were shocked to know about their change in appearance and accused each other for being sucked into somewhere bizarre. The game started with Bethany got eaten by a hippopotamus all of a sudden and went missing. Sooner after that, she was dropped from the sky and all of them realized about the line marks of life chances given on their wrist. Each of them got to know about their strength and weakness, which brings about mixed feelings in each of them. They realize that by hook or crook, they have to play the game and finish it, as it is the only way out. The NPC field guide arrived and took all four of them in his jeep, and he briefed them about their mission in Jumanji. They then learned that the Jaguar's eye, which is a jewel embedded on the Jaguar's shrine, was stolen by Professor Van Pelt, and he misused it by manipulating the animals in Jumanji, according to his command, by telepathy. Nigel had stolen the jewel from Professor Van Pelt, and that the mission of the Dr. Bravestone and his teammates is to return the jewel back to its origin and call out the game named Jumanji to end the game. Right after that, they begin their journey on their mission and gone through some levels in order for them to move forward in their game. Along the way, they got introduced to another character named Alex, who was stuck into the game for the past 20 years. All five of them embarked together in this mission. There was an absolutely great teamwork scene in fighting against Van Pelt, especially during the climax scenes. They won the game, and all five of them cried out Jumanji loudly. The ending of the movie comes with all of them being brought back to reality. The movie ends with a great happy ending. Overall, Jumanji's storyline was nicely depicted with sense of humor and values which really sets into every audience hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharvini, for summarizing the plot of this film. From that, we know that this film have a very great storyline that arranged in a very well structured plot. Other than that, there are many exciting scenes that make this film more interesting. Besides, there are also elements of humor, including to make this film become fun to watch. Let's continue with our third panel, Peng Keh Nguyen. Can you share with us what is the positive things that you like and you think it can attract other people to watch this film?
Alright, thank you moderator for the question. So there's a lot of positive things about this film, and one of them is definitely the setting of the film. Visually, the Hawaiian-like jungle location provides eye-catching backdrops for the effect-heavy action, with thunder beasts and spiraling helicopters charging and swooping their way through the narrative. The setting is perfect for this adventurous and action-packed movie, and I really enjoy watching it. I also like how the director uses various cinematic techniques in this film. The different angles of the camera, the speed the camera moves, and the distance between the camera and the character increase the psychological and emotional experience of the viewer, including me. I enjoy how the cinematic techniques help me to experience what the actors are really feeling when playing the different roles in the video game. Other than that, I was impressed by how well the technique of computer graphics, CG, is used for the scenes and animals in this film. As this film is set in the jungle, realistic animals are really important. I still can remember this one scene that really impressed me, where the villain of this film, John Harding Velpet, uses his ability to control several nefarious creatures that appear from out of his mouth. I think that the visual effect company Rodeo FX put in a lot of efforts in the CG works that help the audience to feel part of the scene better. Other than animals, the visual effects that the filmmaker used adds a lot to the film. For example, to move in and out of the game, the character disappear into complex particle effect, which make the scenes look a lot better. Besides that, I think that the actors is what that give this film much personality. All the adult actors do a fine job portraying the horrified and insecure teens controlling their avatar bodies. This film also contains a few funny bits which lighten up the mood of the film, and I really like it. The humorous moments brought by the two famous comedians, Jack Black and also Kevin Hart, add a lot to the film. The chemistry between the actors are perfect, and the exceptional performance make the film more entertaining to me. As this is an action-packed movie, it requires the actors to put in a lot of effort to complete the scene, and I was impressed by the fighting scenes in the film as it really builds up the tension. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Peng Keh Nguyen, for your opinion about the positive things in this film. I am very agree with your opinion where the technique in shooting this film was very incredible. Moreover, The realistic editing also play a big role in this film because it gives more feel to the viewer while watching this film. Next, continue with our last panel, Orlan Tamin. In your opinion, do you think there are negative things that show or happen in this film? If there is it, can you tell us what are those negative things?
From my point of view, the negative aspects in this film is that it relies too much on the sexual references for its comedy. Not only the inappropriate scenes found in this film can be seen once, twice, but actually it is more than that. For example, others noticed Bethany's erection after she hugged the pilot. But to be honest, I personally do not think that it is quite suitable for that type of scenes to be deemed as kids entertainment. Additionally, I find that even though people in countries with Western cultures may feel comfortable in watching Martha dressed in a cleavage clothing, but those people in Eastern countries, especially those who practice Islam, may feel uncomfortable in watching Martha dressed fully solely because of such cleavage clothing is considered to be illegal according to the religion law. While I was watching this second film of Jumanji, I felt that the plot was starting to lose at some point because it was literally dragged by some unnecessary romance subplots between Ruby Roundhouse and Dr. Bravestone. I did not find myself connected to the romance, even though the screenwriters tried to spice up their relationship a couple of times with one of the scenes being sloppy kiss. Instead, I felt that the time allocated for them should have been used to develop the main villain character, namely Van Pelt, as he seems to be quite unmemorable as a main villain character to me. Reasoning behind is because in this film, he's quite poorly executed character or odd character, and also I noticed that he has way less dialogue and also screen time compared to supporting character like Nigel, which makes the tense in his film to be quite lacking. Moving on, I felt unsatisfied with the levels in the second film of Jumanji, as it seems quite easy to be dealt with. The way the main characters solve all the puzzles, all the riddles, seems to be too convenient. I didn't find myself hyped with the quotes mentioned by the characters in this film, as it seems cliche compared to the first film. Also, I found it disappointing with the lack of new concept in introducing more new and dangerous animals, as there were just some cliche animals used in this film. Last but not least, I found it very strange that the NPC guide Nigel and the NPC at the bazaar was not controlled by Van Pelt, although it is clearly stated that Van Pelt has the clear dominance over all the living creatures in Jumanji. So that's all the negative aspects that I analyzed throughout the film.
Thank you, Orlan Tamin, for your opinion on the negative aspect of this film. I'm quite agree with your opinion on the too much sexual reference that show in this film. In my opinion, the director should eliminate some unnecessary romance scenes that show in this film. It is because this film also watched by the younger age, where we afraid that those things will give a bad mindset for them in aspect of sexual. As a conclusion, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle can be said as a great film and really recommended to watch by everyone. It is because this film shows many good aspects including a great storyline and a very well structured plot. Every actor that involved in this film also play well in their character. Moreover, the technique of shooting and editing this film was very outstanding. Furthermore, there are some good lessons that show in this film such as teamwork as a key to success and never give up in overcome any obstacle or problem that you face. That's all from us. Thank you.